So something I'm just working through right now is, what does it look like when you want to go to God and get something? So as last Saturday, or last Friday actually, I was in bed and I was talking to my wife, and I was just mad, and I was frustrated with myself. I was disgusted with myself. Over the last year, I actually lost 40 pounds and put about 10 of it back on. And I was just disgusted with the way that I felt from putting 10 pounds back on. And what I found interesting about that in the last year, I've learned so much about myself. Like, the power of fasting is learning how to deny yourself, right? And as I was dieting, I gave up sugar. I wasn't eating bread. I was just no carbs, right? It wasn't a carnivore diet. It wasn't a keto diet. It was just avoid carbs at all costs, right? Almost all costs. I still love breaded chicken tenders and stuff like that. But, and I was getting to a point where I was just so weak. Like, I just flat out gave up soda for almost a year, or about 6 months. And, like, soda is one of those, like, Achilles heel things for me. And gave up sugar. Like, I would put a dessert in my mouth, chew it, enjoy it, and spit it out. And now I was at a place where I couldn't walk by the banana bread without grabbing a slice. So, to kind of bring that gravity of, like, I was just disgusted with myself because I lost all of this weight, and it just, I wasn't, like, why? Where did the focus go? So I was laying that on my wife, and I was just like, I'm disgusted with myself, and I don't know why I've lost the resolve that I had. The next morning, I get up, I take the dogs outside, and I just have the house to myself. And I can tell you, this is the fastest that God's ever shown up when I have pursued Him. I got up, I sat on the couch, and I'm just like, Lord, why? Why is this so hard? And it was just instantly. It wasn't like I was put on worship music and created the mood. It was just, I sat down and I'm like, God, why? Just an exasperation, right? And that's when He dropped on me. A year ago, when you did this, it's because you looked to me. Right now, you're looking at yourself because of what you have accomplished. And that just blew me back. It's like, humility. Humility. No one ever expected that kind of humility. So, I was humbled immediately. It's not about me, it's about Him. It's about focusing on Him, not what I've done, but what I've done through Him, because of Him, for Him. It was like, wow. And as I was just stoking in that all day long, just kind of smoldering, right? I was like, man, He showed up so fast. And I've been like, as I was working my way through this, God brought to my mind the analogy of how to have that interaction with Him. And if you're married or have had a serious relationship, sometimes when someone walks into the bedroom and they close the door, just the way that the door closes with all the tensions, you know the fight is on. And not like fight, but we're gonna sort something out. And you know that door does not open until both people are on the same page. If you've never had a fight like that, I highly suggest that you and your spouse get counseling, because you need to talk through that. So, if you've had that experience, there is the boiling point of, we are going to sort this out. Okay, so we're going to sort this out. Now, what that also entails and leads to is airing out all of the frustrations. Okay, I have a bone to pick. Turns out she has a bone to pick. So that's where the fight is like, here's all the feelings. Now all the feelings have been discussed. Now, how do we solve the problem? It is, I'm not here to fight. I'm here to work with you to find a resolution. I think that is the point where God shows up. Is where you're like, I no longer want to fight. I just want to work with you for the solution. And I can tell you, that morning when I got up, I had no fight. I was just like, God, I just need the answer. And I don't care what it costs, right? So, if we're going to God and we're not hearing, is it because you no longer have any fight? You're willing to make whatever sacrifice you need to in order to come to resolution. My salvation experience was me in Hawaii and looking up into the sky and just like knowing that I was broken. I had a knowing and understanding that I was fundamentally broken. I was never going to be happy. And it's just like, I need you to show up. I didn't care what it cost at that moment when I said, I need you to show up. And that's when you showed up. Paul is really good about saying, die unto yourself, become a new creature in Christ, all that good stuff. That's what it requires, is for us to go and put ourselves up on the cross to realize that he has already done it. We have to completely sacrifice everything about us and what we do in order to have it. So, if this is something that you're struggling with, you want to talk more about, let me know in the comments. I will pray with you. You can join our Discord. That can be in the comments as well. And we can talk, because I get it. This is hard. It sucks. Like, why is a 37-year-old man being emotional talking about some of this thing in the sky telling me how I need to live my life, or how not to live my life, rather? How am I going to surrender my life to this thing that I can't see, but I can tell you I have tangibly felt, and I have tangibly experienced, and I have tangibly seen the results of? It's like the wind. You can't see it, but you can see what it does all around you. So, you can feel it. You can't see it. So, anyway, love you. Praying for you. Talk to you later.